Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chris from T3 Handicapping. A happy Valentine's Day to you. It is February 14th, 2025. After a break yesterday, decided to dive back in with another video today. Didn't really have anything that I liked on any of the cards that I looked at in terms of the system that I've been using to kind of put together tickets. And I think that discernment process is really important to recognize when there isn't an opportunity. But there's something I like a little bit more today here at Gulfstream Park. It's going to be race 2, going 8 furlongs on the dirt. And this is going to be a claiming 8 non-winners of 2 condition, race rating of 77. So I'm going to go through this quickly, the way that I would do it if I were just handicapping the card. If you want to take a look at a more detailed approach to why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, you can go back and check out the first video in this series, which gives a more in-depth look at the process. So first thing I'm going to do is just start with my stack rank from column X over here, the rank column. And I've got 3, 8, 4, 5, 7, 6, 1, 2. Field of 8 horses before scratches, and I've just got them listed out in stack rank. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make a couple eliminations right away. The first horse that I'm going to get rid of here is Antillion. I think there is a likelihood that this race could get a little bit quick, and so that may set up for some of the closing type horses. But I've got 0% jockey and trainer and no positive factors here in the top 3. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate the 2 from contention right away, especially being the bottom stack ranked horse. So I'll take that one out. The one, there's the form factor, and I do think that this is going to potentially be a relatively quick race. So I don't know that I entirely want to get rid of that one, but I'm a little bit on the fence. The jockey trainer do give me a little pause. The top 3 in form, although not a primary factor, something that I kind of keep in the back of my mind. I'm looking here at the 6. You get a 0% trainer. But I am a little worried about the early running type with all the other running types that we have. Um, you know, okay class, okay flow. Um, so a possibility perhaps, but I want to try and get this thing narrowed down. So I think I'm going to go ahead and eliminate the 6. Again, I'm leaving the 1 in only because of the run style, and I do think there is enough speed. This thing could really cook up and get rolling. The 7 I went back and forth on. You've got another 0% trainer on the meet. You've got a 10% jockey at the meet. So that's kind of right around that area. I do like horses with fewer races in these non-winner conditions, just because I think it means in a lot of cases that they haven't blown through those conditions. This horse has good stamina and form and record. Stamina and form, I'm a little less worried about, but record is something that I always like to keep on side, especially that closing type in a race that seems to have plenty of speed. So I'm going to leave that one in. The 5 looks good, the 4 looks good, the 8 looks good, and the 3 looks good. So I feel pretty good about the horses that I'm leaving in. I've got it down to 6, which is always kind of my magic number. It needs to be 6 or less in order for me to play. So this is a race that I can at least move forward with. Now, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm always looking at class, speed, and record when dealing with Gulfstream. And I can see here I've got a speed and record horse in the number 3. The class horse is the number 4. And so as I'm looking at that, I think I'm going to leave the 3 on top. But I do think I'm actually going to take the 4 and move it up a spot because of the class rating here. Now, I don't love the E2, but obviously the connections are very strong. And it is relatively close to the 8 in my stack rankings. You can see here the 8 has low jockey trainers. Yeah, it's got some speed early. But I worry that, if I'm looking at a speed type horse with not a lot of other things, I do want to see a little bit of separation in this flow category, which I don't see. I'm just going to take a look here at the 5 as well to see if there's anything I want to do with that one. A little light on class, so I'm okay leaving the 5 below the 8. And then the 7. This is that one that's going to probably get a pace setup, a little bit of stamina, a little bit of form, a little bit of record, which I do like, but the 5 is similar in record, so I'll leave the 7 where it is. 6 has been eliminated. 1 can stay right where it is. The 1 is definitely kind of in my last tier. So in terms of horses that I think, can and will win this race, um, the class piece on Mohey Please, especially at 8 to 1 on the morning line, is somewhat interesting to me, and I think there is some good value to be had there. Um, but I really think the 3, I mean, when you just look at this, is a clear standout. So I'm going to go 3, and then I'll go with 4 and 8. I do think that's kind of the next tier. Um, I would I could throw in the 5 because I'm taking just the 3 on top. I'll go 4, 8, 4, 8, 5 in third. Do I want to include the 7? Yeah, because if that pace heats up, I think this is the one that could get up. And then I'll go 4, 8, 5, 7, 1. So it's a pretty standard board for me. I'm a little concerned that the 3 is close to even money on the line, or under 2 to 1, I guess. Maybe not close to even money, but under 2 to 1. Potential, especially with Zayas and Safi Joseph, to get bet down. So I'm gonna take the 3 to win. But that's gonna have to be at. I don't feel great because I think the 4 could get in. I see that the 5 is also the morning line favorite. So there's definitely some reasons to think this race could go other ways. So I'm thinking, I'm going to want this one at 3 to 2 or better. And if I do that, it's going to be a $10 wager. My exacta, I'm just going to go 3 over 4, 5, and 8. I'm also going to do 1 in reverse because I like the prices on the 4 and the 8, and those are my next ones. I would also just do a little 4, 8 over 3 because I think that allows me to get value on that. A 3, 5, I can already tell you, is probably not going to pay if these morning line holds. So that's going to have to be at 12 or better. Remember, value is only factored in the wins and the exacta. So if I were to play this for $1 on this, I'd have the 3 over 4, 5, 8 for $1 each, which would be $3, and then the 4, 8 over the 3, which would be my 2 kind of value reverse keys, and that would be 2 additional dollars. So right now I'm at 5. I'm guessing that would drop down because, again, I'm guessing that that we're going to lose some value on that. In terms of my tries, I always like to do my little math first here. So I've got 1 horse in first, I've got 3 in second, I've got 3 in third because one of those top 3 will obviously have to come in second. That's 9 on a dollar. I'm okay with that. That fits within my budget. So I'm going to go ahead and go 3, 4, 5, 8 with 4, 5, 7, 8. And then in terms of the super, I'm going to go 1, buy. I would have 3 horses, then 3 horses, then 3 horses. These always work out really well when they go that way. Times that 10-cent base wager, $2.70, more than fine. So I'll go $2.70, and I'll just take 3 with 4, 5, 8 with 4, 5, 7, 8 with 4, 5, 7, 8, and 1. And so that's what I'm going to put into this race. I would probably play around a little bit more with the superfecta, probably do a 20-cent with the 3 on top, and then maybe do a little bit of a reverse key, so maybe like a 4, 8 over the 3, just to see if I can get it. But that does start to really increase the wager amounts, which I want to be careful about doing when I'm playing on such a small bankroll, so keeping things narrow. So we've been on a pretty good run. The first video that we posted just missed the exacta by a nose, which would have made it a profitable race. And then the last 2 days that we've posted videos, we had very profitable races hitting some of the vertical exotics. So, hopefully we can keep that string running, and hopefully you can continue to tail us and make some money on the races here today on Valentine's Day. Just a heads up, if you're looking for more racing analysis for the weekend, we've got a really busy slate on horses.bettingnews.com. You can see below. Saturday we'll have the Risen Star, the Kentucky Derby Prep, the Royal Delta from Gulfstream, the Dixie Belle from Oaklawn, and then the Palos Verdes from Santa Anita. On Sunday, we have analysis up on the site for the Sunland Park Derby, Kentucky Derby Prep, and then we'll also have coverage of Monday's card from Oaklawn as well. So lots to check out on horses.bettingnews.com. Lots to check out here on the YouTube channel as well. And as always, happy Valentine's Day and cash those tickets.